What up, it's Dane here. In this video I'm going to talk about German volume training and should you be doing it or should you not be doing it. So German volume training is basically doing 10 sets and 10 reps on each exercise, so a shitload of volume. We can define volume as sets times reps. So you might have heard me say a lot of the time, increase your volume gradually over a period of time. So maybe get to about 20 plus sets per week. Now, when it comes to German volume training, so again, doing a lot of volume, probably doing about 30 sets plus per week, or maybe around 25 to 30 sets, there becomes a few problems. And even looking at the studies, there are a few limitations to consider. A lot of the studies actually take untrained individuals, so people that haven't trained before. So that's limitation number one. You need to understand that people that haven't trained before or trained much, or people that are still in the beginner stage, in 0 to 1 years of their training experience, have a lot of potential to grow. So that's limitation number one. Limitation number two is when they compare volumes, a lot of the time they compare different ranges of the extreme. For example, they compare like 30 sets per week and they compare 15 sets per week, or maybe 10 sets per week. So that's one extreme to the other. Or sometimes they do actually experiment with, let's say, 7, 14 and 21 sets per week, which is a bit of a more accurate range. Now, the problem with this though is that when you look at the studies, they don't ramp up the volume gradually like I tell you over a period of time. They don't periodize their program. And again, for those of you who don't know what periodization is, it's basically where you, from week 1, you start off with a low volume, so maybe 10 sets per muscle group per week, and probably at about 2 sets after that per week. So for example, week 1, 10 sets, week 2, 12 sets, you get it until you get to about maybe 18 sets per week. So when you really begin looking at the results of muscle thickness, lean body mass, fat mass, just entire body composition, what really comes down to, again, is total volume load. However, don't make the mistake of saying, okay, more volume is better. The reason for this is because let's say you're doing a lot of volume. So you go from 0 basically to hero. You're doing like 10 sets per week. Now you've jumped all the way to 30 sets per week. First of all, your body hasn't even gradually acclimated itself. And second of all, the recovery issues are going to be significant, right? For example, me myself, I can probably recover around 20 plus sets per muscle group per week. So a relatively high volume. Regarding my sleep, my nutrition, everything else is on point. But for a lot of other individuals, they really do struggle recovering from 20 plus sets per week. So the recommendation I will probably give you is stick to a volume of about 14 to 18 sets per week. Therefore, you can also perform a lot of volume. Again, remember, sets times reps, and also keep the intensity relatively high. Again, referring to the weight on the bar, or you can also call it, if you want to be real geeky, relative load. Okay, so that's German volume training. There are some limitations, and of course, to all studies that you look at, if you're kind of a researcher, I'm not a researcher myself, but I pay other people to do it for me, and any study you look at, there will be limitations. Those people that tell you there are no limitations talk absolutely bullshit. So that's that limitation to consider. People are ramping up from one extreme to the other extreme, which is very, very important to consider. And also, let's face it, man, not many people can do 30 sets per week and also enjoy their workout, right? It's not sustainable over a long period of time. Well, certainly, I'm not going to look forward to doing 30 plus sets on my legs per week. It's going to be absolutely awful. So that's that. My recommendation, again, I'll say this again, gradually increase your volume over a period of time, periodize it. So again, for example, start off with 10 sets per week and work your way up gradually to 18 sets per week. If you feel you're struggling to recover there and your intensity again or weight on the bar is decreasing, then take a deload period where you do 50% of your volume, so maybe 8 to 10 sets per week. Then take that 1 week off, bang, hit it up again, gradually increase it. And that's how you increase volume. That's how you get muscle gain. Probably the most important thing that I have to tell you as well is that if you still not got the point, is that there are a lot of individual differences. Again, like I said before, for example, I can tolerate a bit of higher volume, other people cannot. So keep that in mind, experiment with yourself. As always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, if you want to get more science-based videos, or not some pseudoscientists telling you, oh, look at this study, look at this study, look at all the strengths. Oh wait, no limitations, which is absolutely bullshit. Comment down below of your questions, and as always, if you watched this video to this point, you know that I'm doing an Ask Dane show, but only if you leave your comments down below with your questions. So that's that. Stay positive, stay smiling, let's get it, and I'll see you in the next one.